Okay, so we're going to be talking about identifying angles. So the ones that we learned in fourth grade were acute, obtuse, right, and straight. So we're talking about an acute angle. A lot of people like to think of it as a cute little angle. It's small. It's less than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle. I don't know, whenever I say it like that, I think it kind of like means bigger. So an obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees. So it's more than 90 degrees. So it kind of looks like this. It's more than 90 degrees. A right angle, I don't really have anything fun for that. A right angle, it always usually has this little box, as you can see on here, this little box right here. And that signifies that it's a right angle, and that is exactly 90 degrees. And the last one is a straight angle. And this one is exactly 180 degrees. It's like a straight line. So that's a little bit of review from fourth grade. What we're going to add on to that in seventh grade is we're going to add on the concept of complementary angles, supplementary, vertical, and adjacent. So to be complementary angles, there are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. So it's basically two angles that form a right angle. So what that's going to look like, it might look something like this. Just remember, you're always going to have that little box. And then, so if you notice this angle A and this angle B, if I added those two together, if I added this angle right here, if I added this angle right here, and this angle right here, A and B, then those two, when I add them together, would give me the 90-degree angle. Another way that might look is a little bit more complicated. So if we had two intersecting lines, let's say this is a right angle right here, and we said angle A and angle B. So if you notice, this right here is still a 90-degree angle. If I added together angle A and angle B, that would be 90 degrees. So angle A and angle B are complementary angles. Supplementary angles are going to be two angles that add up to 180 degrees. So what that might look like is the simplest way is just going to be like that straight angle again, 180 degrees, A and B. So A and B would be supplementary angles because A and B would add up to be 180 degrees. If I was looking at like intersecting lines, you could say that A and B would add up to be supplementary angles. You could also do it like, you could say A and B that way. Those would be supplementary angles because if I look at it, if I added these two angles together, if I added this angle and this angle and this angle and this angle, both of those would be 180 degrees. So that's why they're supplementary. Vertical angles are a pair of opposite angles made by two intersecting lines. Oops. Yes. So these are actually always going to equal. The two angles are going to be the exact same. So if I had this, my two intersecting lines, and I said this one, so A and B here would be vertical because they're opposite. So I would say A and B would be vertical and C and D would be vertical. So if A equaled 30 degrees, B would equal 30 degrees. If C equaled 150 degrees, D would equal 150 degrees. They're always equal, and they're always opposite of each other. Adjacent angles are two angles that have a common vertex and side. So what that might look like is basically just two angles next to each other. Angles next to each other. Let me scroll down a little bit more. So if I had even this acute angle like this, and I said angle A and angle B are adjacent to each other because they're next to each other. If I had this right here, and I said angle A, angle B, C, D, E, and F. Well, angle B and C would be adjacent. Angle F and E would be adjacent. There's a bunch of them here. You could say A and B, B and C, C and D, D and E, E and F, F and A. All of those are adjacent because they're next to each other. And if you notice, they all share a vertex and they all share a common side. So if I was talking about E and F, they both share this side right here.